I wish to state from the outset that I anticipate that our discussions over the next 2 days will indeed be productive. This meeting is taking place at a critical juncture in the life of the community, where we are currently working on rolling out a new community strategic plan. You may recall we had a 2015 to 2019 strategic plan, and we're working on its follow-up. I would like to just apprise you of some of the major COHSOD highlights for this year, to see how your council, though it has other ministries, we try to work in an integrated way. Just recently, you might be aware that we had CARIFESTA 14 in Trinidad and Tobago, and while an evaluation is being prepared, it was a spectacular, I can tell you it was a spectacular event which attracted widespread participation from the entire Caribbean and beyond, which attests to the diverse, unique culture we have in this region. I would like to place on the record our gratitude to the government and people of Trinidad and Tobago for hosting this event. Also at this festival, the new logo for CARIFESTA was launched, and this is an important development. Secondly, going forward, we continue to grapple with the issue of crime, violence, and vulnerability among our youth population, including our primary and secondary school children. And we have made some intervention at member state level, but we must be more robust in identifying the root causes and collectively work on finding solutions. Our COHSOD on Health, recently held in September in Washington, D.C., is proceeding with preparations for a joint quoted COHSOD meeting in November of this year to address the burden that NCDs, non-communicable diseases, inflict on our community, with special focus on childhood obesity. So the region's creative capacity and its social security are critically impacted by the quality of our education system. As such, I am particularly looking forward to the continued prominence given to education, which is one of the greatest investments in human development. I want to take this opportunity to recognize the appointment of our new director, Mrs. Helen Royer. Most of you who were here before would have been familiar with her predecessor, Mrs. Mona Bernard, and by the way, she sends her greeting. I saw her yesterday. So this will be, Mrs. Royer will be your new director as we roll out HRD 2030. And I also wish to recognize the hard work of the rest of the staff of HRD. The main objective of the COHSOD is to examine the status of implementation of the Human Resource Development Strategy, which was approved by the 38th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government in July 2017 in Grenada. The COHSOD will also review key developments with respect to the regional standards for teachers, teacher educators, and technical leaders, the task force on the Caribbean New School model, and regional and national reporting mechanisms for the Sustainable Development Goals, among others. The meeting is convened under the theme, the CARICOM Human Resource Development Strategy 2030, from aspiration to action. The agenda before us for this 38th COHSOD education is therefore comprehensive, covering a plethora of issues that I'm sure will require deep thought and systematic analysis, but I am optimistic that we will move with promptness to achieve the goal. Honorable ministers and delegates, I hope that we will be able to move with some consensus, which will bring our first step from aspiration to action. The CARICOM Secretariat therefore solicits your assistance in this regard. While all the agenda items before us are important, there is need to encourage increased attention to the CARICOM draft standards for the teaching profession and the typology of Caribbean New School model. These agenda items will provide a framework to engender strategic positioning of the education system to address the many challenges that confront our region. It will also assist in successfully implementing the HRD strategy. Therefore, honorable ministers, delegates, we have a very packed agenda for the next 2 days. I hope that this meeting will pave the way towards more concerted effort to address the salient issues to be discussed and will propel us from aspiring to action. And I thank you.